Hey guys, welcome back to RC Brucey. Thanks for stopping back in. Just a few days ago, I released a video on a 3D printed modification part for the XMaxx Drive shaft. And here it is. Came out awesome, guys. Just wanted to do a little video on it, show you that I actually did print it. It's a good STL file. And just go over it a little bit. One of the first things I do want to say is that Jeremy, the man who actually built it, actually got a hold of me, said I had any questions, let him know. And actually on the video, if you go back on the other one, I threw up a link. I'll throw one on this as well. You can also buy this if you don't have a 3D printer. But it was really awesome of him to share the STL file. But I just want to go over and say, Jerry, job well done, man. This thing, I mean, you can't get this piece to fit any snugger. Awesome job. As you see here, I actually did the bearing setup. There's a few different ways to actually do this setup. I went with the bearing setup. I think that's going to be better with everything turning and smoother. Just real quick. I didn't do a video on everything, actually how I did it, but just a quick little overview of it all. You're going to remove this forward mod section. I removed the front on the XMaxx. Once you do that, the dry shaft comes out. This piece literally just sits in there. That was 3D printed. Very cool. And it just sits in there. And then I actually had a Traxxas 7755. I don't know if you can see that on there, but 7755 dry shaft. Because like I said in the previous video, I actually bent my dry shaft. So I had one laying around. As you can see, the dry shaft needs to be cut in two pieces. So once you have this forward mod off, you there's like a carrier piece in here, spline piece with a that actually goes into, it's an input for your diffs. That comes in with the transmission. I'm sorry, I'm starting to brain fart here, but comes with the center dry shaft. What I did is that center piece, that input that comes with the dry shaft, I actually, and as you can see here, the outer bearing on your hub, if you have one laying around extra, or if you get one, sorry, I don't know the number right offhand. Anybody has a hard time finding, just let me know. I'll look it up for you and I'll post it up on the YouTube channel there in the comments and description. But I actually pressed this input part into the center of the front hub bearing, which actually fits right into this piece that Jeremy so nicely supplied to us all. And it fits perfect. Just I actually had to press it in there a little bit. You got to be careful when hitting it. I actually used a cylinder that matched the inner part of the bearing and a socket, and just gave it a couple little love taps, and it actually fits really nice, really snug. Jeremy actually recommended putting a little Loctite around it. I got going. I think I'm going to be okay. It's in there pretty tight. Tight enough to hold it, but I don't think tight enough to cause any damage. Like I said, on the bearing, it rolls beautifully. Then I put the dry shaft in, and once I had this centerpiece all sitting, I marked out the dry shaft cutting wheel, electric cutting wheel. I actually zipped it in half, push it right onto the splines there on this centerpiece. Cleans everything up. Actually used a little bit of a file, cleaned out the groove because it's all grooved. And then marked out the front one. There we go. And now all I got to do is put the cover bottom belly plate back on. And oh, one more thing, totally forgot. I don't know if you can see in there, actually grooved out just a little cutout mark wide enough as the bearing. I actually used my Dremel, and in the plastic just did two little channels for this part of the bearing, so when this sits on there, it sits all nice and snug. And that's going to help hold the bearing. That was a little bit of a pain in the neck. The best or easiest way I could figure, I tried it with paint on the bearing and set it down and see if it marked it, but it didn't work out, of course, because I wanted it to. But I kind of just eyeballed it, marked it with a marker. Actually, you can see there I got a little bit of a mark. And then kind of marked here to kind of figure out where everything was to get the center of this bearing. And it's just in the center channel there. Anybody needs any help on that, I'll be a little bit more clear. I don't know if that's clear enough for you guys or if you understood or not, but just let me know. Comment below. But like I was saying, I just kind of wanted to do a video to show you that you're not wasting your time. You got a dry shaft laying around. You have all the pieces you need. And a front wheel bearing, or outer hub bearing, I'm sorry. And guys, you can do an awesome upgrade, and I think it's going to work well with the flexing and everything. Keep this chassis from bending. From what I've seen, Kevin Talbot's been running it. Zero issues. I think in his last video he blew out the whole rear diff before anything happened to this. And when he pulled it all apart, dry shaft was still perfectly straight. I think it's kind of along the principles, or the a few people have said, oh, it's still going to bend, you're going to have problems, but I think it's kind of, this is how I see it, guys. You got a really long piece of wood and you can snap it, but you get a stick that's shorter and you try to break it, it's twice as hard. So I think that's kind of the concept here, if you get what I'm saying. With the shorter dry shaft, I don't think they're going to bend now, where before with the whole length it's definitely easier to bend. I think that's kind of the idea of the principle behind the whole thing. But once again, I'll throw up a link on the video for Jeremy there. He is selling them, whole kit. Really nice guy. Like I said, he reached out and contacted me, so he's definitely willing to help. You contact him in through there or messenger, he will definitely give you a hand. Like I said, really nice guy. Gave me all kinds of tips. Didn't even really ask for it, and the guy gave it to me, so he's all right in my book. Once again, Jeremy, thank you very much. I appreciate it, throwing up the file free and sharing it with everybody. So if you don't have a printer, guys, show them some support, help them out. It's always a cool thing that people do like that, and especially since part of it he's giving out for free. So obviously he's not trying to get rich off of it. Anyway, thanks guys. Hope you appreciate it. I hope this helps out. Like I said, it works. Awesome setup. Very easy to do. Probably, I wouldn't say easy to do, but 1 to 10 on hardness for you people who aren't too mechanically inclined or have problems with doing maintenance. You know, I don't know. I'd probably say it's about a 5. It's not too difficult, but you know, it's kind of right there in the middle, guys. There's some cutting metals and stuff like that you got to do, but not too hard. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure it out. But anyway, I'm going to stop jabbing. And hit the like button, subscribe. Thanks for watching RC Brucey, and I'll see you guys next time.